Hi, this is Andy from GPS Training. In this video, we just wanted to show you a new feature regarding free Topo active maps that has been added to the new Garmin Montana 710, 710i and the 760i device that I'm using here today. So with the original Montana 700 series, you always got the Topo active European recreational maps included for free if you purchase the device in Europe. If you purchase the model with the InReach technology, so this one's got the SOS button, you also got the additional City Navigator maps for Europe included. But what Garmin have done, very like the GPS Map 67 series, we now have some extra regions that you can download for free with Garmin's own Topo active maps. Now, generally, the best way to do this is using a computer and Garmin Express software. And when you first connect the device and register it on Garmin Express software on a computer, there's an option called Manage Maps. And then you can choose the different maps and download the extra regions. Just make sure your computer isn't set to go to sleep while you're doing that. But what I've found is by adding a Wi-Fi network first using Garmin Express on a computer, it's now giving me the option to do that with Wi-Fi. Now I'm hoping, hopefully soon, you'll have the option where you can add your Wi-Fi directly on the unit and that'll work for the map downloads. But what I found initially, I had to add the Wi-Fi rather than going into setup and the option where we've got Wi-Fi and adding the network that way, where we had an option to add a network. I've actually done it via Garmin Express on a computer, and by doing it via Garmin Express where there's an option called Utilities and Add Wi-Fi, what I've now found is when I go onto the setup menu here, actually I don't even need to go setup, it's actually the map manager menu. From the main menu we've got an option of add maps. If we go Topo active maps, shows me there's an update available for the ones I've got, so I could update those via Wi-Fi, but it's also got the option add. If I select add using Wi-Fi, it's now giving me a list of other map sets available, so you can see here the various options of free maps that you can get. Now it may be, depending on the size of the map, bear in mind you have got a bigger memory on the new range of Montana 710, 710i and 760i. If you're going to do some of the bigger ones or more than one map, you might need to put a blank micro SD card in the back of the unit, maximum size 32 gig, and then it'll give you the option to put on the micro card. It's showing you I've got 11.3 gig here available, so I could pick one of these maps and download it to the internal storage using Wi-Fi. You can see here we've got Africa, just going to scroll down them slowly, Antarctica, Australia, New Zealand, China, Greenland, Hong Kong, Korea, the Middle East, North America, Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam and Philippines, South America, Taiwan, Indonesia and Thailand. So they're the options that it's showing. Now I noticed when I went into the computer, actually sorry, it has got North America here and South America. I thought one of the Americans was missing. So you can do this via Garmin Express, which is going to be a lot quicker. You don't need a Wi-Fi connection then. So the only thing I will say, when I first went to do this with Wi-Fi that I'd added on the unit itself, it wasn't finding any maps when I went into, I'll just go back to where I went, main menu, I went Map Manager, Topo Active, told me it was an update. I'm going to ignore that for the minute. I went add, where it said requesting data, I wasn't getting any options of maps. So I had to use Garmin Express on a computer and the utilities in Garmin Express to add the Wi-Fi to the device. So it can depend on your Wi-Fi speed. I'm not very close to our router at the minute, so I must admit it is working a little bit slow, which is why I think this is taking a while this second time. So it is better if you can do it on a computer. But the main thing was to show you you've got all these extra regions that weren't available before, and also it will prompt you if there's any updates. So telling me there's an update, which if I selected the update, it will then show me where it's going to update for the update that's available. So I hope you found this video useful on the new feature where we've got all these extra regions of Topo active maps. On our online training course that's included for free if you've purchased a unit from GPS Training, we will in the coming weeks add some new videos that show you how you use Garmin Express to do these updates on Garmin Express on a computer. But this is just a nice way to show you that if you do manage to get onto a computer with Garmin Express and register your device and go in the utilities and add Wi-Fi, you can do it via Wi-Fi on the device. And thanks for watching.